What is going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another video on Gambin Builds. And as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, we do have a new build for Gambin Builds. And I'll give you a hint already. No, it is not this piece of shit brand that is right here behind me or any of the other ones in the background. I've just come here purely for lighting and to be undercover because in Sydney, we are being absolutely getting pumped with wet weather. And for some reason, it actually decided to stop raining the whole drive here, which was 40 minutes to do this video, and still right now, which I'm a little bit devastated about. But anyways, this is an exciting video because we have a new car. Now, this is my new work ute. So if you guys don't know, I had a Mazda BT50, I bought it 3 years ago, put 60 odd thousand Ks on it, and I sold it because obviously I'm downgrading to start my business, Gambin Racing. So that will be coming to you guys very, very soon. Still looking for a shop at the moment. If I have found one in the meantime, it'll be up before this video gets uploaded anyways, but I'm really finding it hard to find anything that is a decent size and zone for a mechanical workshop, but we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. So I'll be offering a bunch of work to you guys, literally anything mechanical, pink, blue slips, performance upgrades, brakes and suspension, everything. There's an endless list that I'll be offering to you guys. So guys, if you haven't already, head over to my Instagram, Gambin Racing. I've started up a new one. It will be greatly appreciated if you guys could give that a follow and a share around, and keep your eyes peeled for when we actually open business and start, which I'm super keen about. So anyway, getting back to the video, I sold my Mazda BT50 to downgrade, have a bit of money behind me, but I also needed a ute as well. So to get stuff, pick stuff up, drop stuff off, all that sort of stuff, it is very handy to have a ute. Now, I have always wanted this car, but I've never had a reason to own one, or a good enough reason to own one, because I own the Mazda BT50 Ute. But now that I don't have that Mazda BT50 Ute, that means that I bloody have a reason to own this car. So guys, without further ado, here is the newest car to Gambin Builds. So here we have it, guys. This is my new to me 2010 Ford Falcon XR50 Turbo Ute. Now, the XR50 Turbo Utes are a very limited number. There was only actually 230 of these puppies ever made. And to be honest, I feel like this is a massive, massive step over a normal XR6 Turbo. Now, if you guys don't know the difference between the XR50 and the XR6, there is no powertrain difference. They are the exact same car. It is purely just aesthetics, which I'll run you guys through right now. So obviously you get the XR50 turbo badging, which in my opinion looks absolutely phenomenal. You get the Mark 1 Lux packs, but they have a little bit of a twist on it. They're grey, they've got a lip, and then they machine the lip and it looks absolutely gangster. You get some decals down the side. That badge is getting changed or removed. It is completely gotten rid of all the chrome and it looks very tacky at the minute, but there's that. Coming in here on the sill panels, you get 50th anniversary, and on the seats you get the XR50 seats, you get the XR50 floor mats, and you get like the carbon on the dash as well as the black ICC. And for the front bar, you do get a little bit of grey in the grille, which I think looks pretty mint, as well as the bottom grille there. So it kind of changes it up a little bit, makes it look absolutely phenomenal. Now, this is the first ever car I had bought sight unseen. I left this in the hands of Josh and Shane to give me the A-OK. Now, the backstory behind that is those two fellas went down to Melbourne the other weekend, and this car had popped up while they were down there, and they said, hey, we can go and check it out for you. It adds on another 5 hours out of the way. It was literally in Horsham, which is 5 hours from Melbourne City, and I really think it's closer to Adelaide than it is Melbourne by looks of things on maps. I don't know, I'm no Victoria guy, but anyways, nonetheless, it was an absolute trek, and the boys went out there for me, checked the car out. I asked the guy before if he was ready to sell it there and then if I got the A-OK and everything was good. He said, yep, no worries. The boys checked it out, called me, said it was good, and I paid for it. So as I was doing that, actually the guy who bought my Mazda BT50 was sitting across the road waiting for me to get off the phone to check the car out initially. So the day I'd bought this, the next day I'd sold the Mazda BT50, which was an absolute blessing in disguise. And I'm so glad, because I really didn't want to be in debt from having another car and having 5 cars again, which is absolutely stupid. So it was absolutely mint that I didn't have to stress about getting rid of another car. Kind of worked perfect. I was glad to get rid of the BT50, especially that I had went and bought this, because I really didn't want this car to sell from underneath me, and I've had nothing but that lately. And honestly, for an XR50 Turbo Ute, I did not find one anywhere near the price of what I got this. And guys, here, don't discuss prices until the car is sold, because there's too many sookie lalas on the internet that get a little bit butthurt and upset and literally try and cut sales from you and tell people how much you paid for it and how much you spent, and, you know, try and steal the sale and sell their own car. So I don't discuss prices, but it was a very cheap ute. I couldn't even find an XR6 Turbo ute for this much unless it had like 350,000 Ks and was absolutely ratted out. So this thing is a pretty tidy example for the money I paid. Again, we'll get into that at a later date when I do get rid of it. But like any car that you do get for a steal, it's going to have its issues, it's going to have its blemishes, and I'm going to expose myself a little bit here and show you guys. But they will be getting addressed anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Coming onto the hard lid here, we got some paint missing, and now we're talking about the hard lid as well. What do we think about this sports bar, guys? I don't know. I reckon it looks pretty fat. It's kind of growing on me. I didn't want it initially. I just wanted to get rid of it. But I don't know. It looks kind of cool. Kind of goes. There's, you know, colors breaking it up. You got the silver or chrome, grey and black. Or, you know, do we keep it and paint match it to the car, or do we paint match it to the XR50 accents on the car? I'm not too sure. Let me know down in the comment section what you think of that, and what we should do with this sports bar situation. And to be fair, I don't really want to get slammed $1,500 for another flat cover and then be stuck with this because nobody wants it because it has a sports bar. I don't know. So it is going to stay for a little while, and yeah, I don't know. We'll see what we do. We'll see what you guys reckon, and see if you can convince me on whichever way to go. If you guys are seeing this clip right now, it means that the VF merch drop is now live and still going. So guys, if you haven't already, click down on the link below, head to my Big Cartel store, get yourself a t-shirt or a hoodie or both, and some stickers as well. And guys, it is going all back into this channel and getting completely 110% invested back in this channel. So that means more content, more cars, bigger cars, more mods, power crews, stuff like that, guys. It goes back into content. I'm super keen for this drop. It actually came up very mint, and we got a nice little photo shoot of it too. So guys, link is down in the description. Again, thank you all so much, and I appreciate you all so much. Let's get back to the video. Coming onto the interior, another thing that needs to be addressed is firstly these green lights. I don't know why they're in there. Maybe it's like meant to be like Craig Lowndes' bloody green-eyed beast, I think it used to be called. I'll put a photo up on it, of it, but anyways, they're not a vibe, and they really don't admit any light. But the roof lining, absolutely trashed, and that will be getting sorted on the ASAP Rocky in the next episode or so. But you know, the interior as well, it's in half decent condition. It's not anything immaculate. It's kind of what you'd expect for a 15-year-old car. Now, coming to the paint, you got that typical Ford paint that fades and looks absolutely crap. Again, this is going to be something that's going to get addressed, and we're getting a few things painted in again, which you will see in the next episode. Now, the bumper here does have a crack. That'll be getting fixed up as well. A few chips on the side and whatnot, just standard sort of stuff for these cars after 15 years. And you know, we've got a nice scrape on that side skirt there, but since the car's wet, you can barely notice that. Now with this build, I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently. We're going to be doing the aesthetics before we get into the engine performance, power mods, whatever you want to call it. As this thing is 110% standard. Doesn't even have a blocked off blow field, doesn't even have a K&M filter on it, let alone a bloody exhaust. This thing is absolutely quiet and you wouldn't even think it was an XR6 turbo, and to be fair, it's pretty not flattering driving it. It has no power behind it, but we are going to be changing a few things, and a few things I've already purchased. Now, being that we are painting the roof, I'm going to be shaving this antenna off the roof because, you know, it's just a little bit ugly, and I'll just get a glass antenna like my Mark II XR6 Turbo had before, which looks nice and clean and subtle instead of that little thing, that little dongle sticking off the roof there. And now the bonnet does have to get painted. We are going to be putting an XR8 hump bonnet on it, and at the same time, and which I don't understand why it didn't come on the Utes on the XR50, is we're going to be putting the XR50 guard badges on it and putting the indicator mirrors on it. So the sedans came with that, the Utes didn't. I don't know why. If any of you XR50 gurus or Ford Falcon gurus know why, drop it down in the comment section, because I'm really interested to know why they didn't do that. But we got some brand new old stock ones coming from Jefferson Ford, and I've already picked up the mirrors with the door looms to get them working in that. And obviously we're going to be fixing up the side skirts as well, and painting a few other things, making this thing clean, like I said, before we dive into the performance mods. Now, from there, we are going to be going to My Design. My Design is going to be doing the roof and the pillars and getting rid of all of the beige in this car, which I'm super keen about. Again, I didn't get to do it in my Mark II XR6 Turbo Nano. If you guys don't know what that is or haven't checked it out, check it down on my channel. But Kurt is going to be sorting this absolutely abomination of a roof liner ASAP, because I cannot deal with this flappy thing flapping in my face and looking ugly. So we'll be doing a black roof liner to match the interior a little bit better. Probably be doing a trim at a later date, but for now the XR50 seats will survive, as well as getting rid of those LEDs and upgrading all the LEDs on the car, because I do believe that it makes these things look 100 times better. And to be fair, the factory lights are no good. Now, speaking of the factory lights as well, I'm also going to be chucking my old Mark II genuine headlights in it. So we're going to have a projector light, and with the LED upgrade, this thing is going to not just look good, it's going to have better vision at night, which I'm super keen about. Now, this being my daily and being a work car for now anyways, I want this thing looking nice and mint. So like I said, we're going to be doing that first, and then we're going to be diving into the performance mods. Obviously it's going to be starting off a little bit simple, as I'm not sure of what I want to do with the setup as of now. Do I want to do a high mount G40 setup? Do I want to go a smaller frame than the previous setup? Did a 3584 Gen 3 Pulsar turbo setup, and it made 850 with ease, but we had a 785 with a stock box, stock bottom end. I don't know. Do I do the same combo with this? With it being a daily driver, it needs to not be extreme and not be stupid. So I'm thinking in my head, maybe for now, 3582, so it's a little bit more punchier on the low end of things. There's not lag or anything like that, which will be perfect for a ute and daily driver. And you know, you can get those things pretty spicy as well, being a 35 frame turbo anyway. So maybe external wastegate, intercooler kit, injectors, pump, and we'll just keep it on 98 as a daily for now. Then later on, G40 it, high mount, E85, built box, built tail shaft, and all that stuff. I don't know. I don't want to go too ham with this thing and too crazy straight away. Again, it's a daily drive. I don't want to have to go get another daily for my daily, for my other daily, for my daily, because that's how things bloody happen and spiral here. So I don't know. I'm kind of stuck. I want your guys' opinion as well. Let me know down in the comment section if you think I'm being wise by going a 3582 for now. Because again as well, I don't want to do a copy and paste of my previous build. I want to change things up here. I want to keep things exciting and different, and you know, show you guys different ways you can do it and different setups in a sense. So if we go to 3582 for now and the G40 later, you'll see on this channel just alone that what the 3582 can do, what the 3584 can do, and what the G40 setup can do, as well as the LS stuff if you're into LS stuff, my VY Clubby with a Pro Mod 88 on it and stuff like that. So there's plenty of turbo things going on here. And honestly, I'm thinking small frame for now, just because it's going to be a daily. We keep it daily friendly, and I don't go too ham with it on 98 and just a drop-in pump, no surge or anything like that. But anyways guys, going to leave the video here. Here is the new car. Get keen for the build series, because I obviously will be uploading the whole build series to this channel. And again, let me know your thoughts and drop them down in the comment section of what you think of this car, what you think of the canvas, what you think I should do with it, and if you guys are excited for this build as much as I am. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all so much. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and put those post notifications on so you do not miss out on the next episode on this thing, where we get it looking absolutely clean. And then from then on, we're going to start with the performance mods and making this thing the the Gambin Builds special, the Gambin Racing special. So guys, again, thank you all so much. I appreciate you all so much. And as always, we'll catch you in the next one.